Hello everybody, welcome! This is Murakami, Niigata Prefecture, and we're standing in front of a Murakami Wagyu, a butcher shop. This is a place where they sell the meat, and in this episode I'm going to be taking you from here as we try some of the delicious Wagyu beef of the area to the old town in Murakami called Komachi. Good morning everybody! Welcome to Niigata Prefecture. I'm pretty excited about this because whenever you get the opportunity to go on kind of a tour outside of Tokyo, for me as someone who lives in Tokyo, it's pretty darn exciting. Inside here they have some of the best looking Wagyu beef in Japan. Of course, I think there was over 200 different Wagyu brands in the country of Japan. Kobe beef, for example, is just one of the 200 amazing brands here. Each one sort of has its own characteristics and flavors. So I'm gonna try some of that today because they actually have a street food here that you can try, the Murakami Wagyu, straight from, and let me just tell you, the ranch is just down the street. So this is probably the freshest that you can get. Now, if you look down the street here, it has snowed last night. You can see in the mountains in the distance some really beautiful snow-covered capped hills. And that's the kind of weather that we're in right now. It is cold. I'm pretty darn cold, so I'm gonna do my best to try to stay warm. I think this lunch is gonna be great. After I have the Wagyu beef, I'm gonna be taking you to Komachi, a really old section of Murakami, which is an old castle town. This is sort of one of those hidden places that's totally off of the beaten path. I think that maybe you'd really like. Not too far away is Ginzan Onsen, by the way, which is one of the most scenic Japanese hot spring towns in the entire country. It's a pretty good place, and this is like right down the street, I guess you would say. I guess if you're coming from the US, everything in Japan would be down the street. All right, let's go inside and try. Let's go inside. Before we eat the food, I want to show you a little bit about the beef that they have inside here. Just quickly. ちょっと1分ぐらい見てもいいですか？はい。Welcome inside of the butcher shop here. So this is Murakami Wagyu, one of the brands in Japan of Wagyu beef. And you can see here the cuts. I'm gonna explain it to you a little bit. On the top here, you have the top shelf. I guess it would be like this. This is A4, but it's still darn impressive. This is tenderloin, or we would say hide steak. And you look at the marbling in there. It's much smaller because it's a rare part of the Wagyu beef. The cattle there. A4 quality is a rank below the one that's not available right now. But honestly, I almost prefer this because it has, to me, a better balance of the oils. Bradani eyes in the house. Down here you have different cuts of beef. This is momo. This is sirloin. I guess you all know what a sirloin steak is. Look at the marbling on that. A5. Beauty. Down here you have different steaks. This is another cut that I love, the kata ross, which is from the shoulder there. That's a really beautiful looking steak. The prices are pretty reasonable, I guess. This is the premium beef brand in Niigata Prefecture, so it's gonna be a little bit pricier. But I would say the taste is somewhat similar to Yonezawa, but the only way to find out is to try it yourself. You can also get cuts for grilling on the barbecue if you're doing yakiniku or something like that. And you can get thinly sliced cuts too. They also have burgers down here, which is very pricey actually. This is 830 yen for one burger, but it's probably gonna be a pretty darn good burger. And then there's slices here for I think shabu shabu and things like that, sukiyaki. So I wanted to show you inside of here. I think you could actually get the beef and eat it at the table here, which is pretty cool. All right, let's go outside and get some street food. Konnichiwa. すみません。じゃあ最初にこのステーキありますか？
ありますよ。
ちょっと見えますか？
ステーキ串ですかね。
お願いします。This is what this Murakami Wagyu yakitori stick looks like. Look at this. お、すごい。Wow. 焼かなくて大丈夫です。 見せたい、見せたかっただけ。じゃあ、もう一回も見えますか？
はい。
そう、みんなに紹介する。これですね。
じゃあステーキですね。
Look at that marbling. That is a real Murakami Gyu. ありがとうございます。じゃあ、私、そのべこ、
でこ串。
さっき買ったですよ。すみません。I've actually already paid for it. This is called the Murakami Gyu Beko stick. And it's kind of wrapped around. Look at that. Oh man. You can see the marbling on the beef that's been wrapped around. There's some seaweed in here, which is also famous. We're on the Sea of Japan side.
じゃあべこ串です。
Wow, 綺麗、ありがとう。ちょっと曇りになるですね。
そうですね、もう焼きます。
あ、はい。Alright, he's gonna burn this thing here. Grill, I should say. Look at the marbling on this. So that is mostly Murakami Gyu here, and there's some seaweed, nori mo haita ne. Wow. Sauce ありますか？これ。
そうですね、タレ。
Tare. So, and the sauce we'll be using is tare, which is a really great Japanese dipping sauce for beef. But I bet you, even without the sauce, it's gonna be pretty good. Now the price for the steak you can see is 1,400 yen, or that's about, with the exchange rate, it's like $10. That's a really good price for A5 qualities, sirloin and rib roast beef. They're using the premium stuff here, and the Beko stick here that's wrapped around is about, I don't know, $7 at the exchange rate now. Wow, this is so much fun. So this shop is called Yamashin ですね。
山市、美食屋山市です。
Yeah, Yamashin has been here for over 50 years, but before that, they were Toyama.
遠山商店。
Toyama Shoten was the name of it before that. So the history of this shop goes way back. But for the last 50 years, they've been known as Yamashin here on the corner in Murakami City. The ranch where this is raised, the cattle's raised, is not far away from here. Murakami City is really a big city. Oh, we're putting on the tare.
タレ焼き。
Ah, subarashi. Oh, you can smell it. You can smell the grilling beef right now. It is just incredible. And the tare is adding this salty sweetness smell into the air here. I've got you right over the grill. I hope the iPhone doesn't melt. Wow. A little bit more tare. One of the other things that's very famous here is the korokke. You have 4 different flavors of korokke. This one has cheese in it, which is a croquette, I guess you would say in English. A menchi katsu. This one is with curry flavoring in here, and this is just the original, which is has beef in it. And I'm gonna try one of these as well. はい、それも食べて見てください。はい。あ、本当？もう準備しました。すごい。ありがとうございます。Wow. So this is a Murakami Gyu croquette. はい、いただきます。So as they're cooking that one here, let's try this because this is a lot of fun. Look at this. This is awesome. Ah. It's not a cinnamon roll. A croquette is like potato and beef meatball that's been breaded and then deep fried. And it's got a nice crunchiness to it, and inside it's so juicy. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh my gosh. It's so good. I'm gonna save the half of it for the train back home. Hey! Wow. There you go, the final product. Oh my gosh, that looks so delicious. Look at this. Again, this is 1,000 yen, about $7, I'd say. All right, let's give this a try here. This is really fun. Itadakimasu. Wow. Holy smokes. First of all, it's wrapped up so it's fun. When you take a bite into it, because it is bite-sized, it really opens up. Second, there's a seaweed wrapped around it, and it adds this tanginess, this really unique tanginess to it. There's a salty, there's a little bit of sweet, there's that tanginess of the seaweed in there, and then that juicy Wagyu beef just explodes. All of it, wrapped up on the stick, so it has this amazing feeling or consistency to it. I love this. Check it out. That is so beautiful, that stick. Oh my gosh. I want to take some of this home, but juicy. Juicy ですよね. Very juicy. Holy smokes, you have no idea how tender this beef is. Yeah, it has some of the same characteristics of Yonezawa, maybe just because it's a little bit it's kind of close to Yonezawa and the weather's the same. The feed might be kind of similar. So it's hard to differentiate between one Wagyu brand and the other one, but Murakami, I'm certain that connoisseurs of the beef will be able to tell some of the characteristics, but the juiciness of the Wagyu beef quite often is somewhat different, and there's a taste or like a subtle sweetness to the juiciness of different Wagyu steaks. This company's shacho came up with this idea. That's genius. That is the best. This is the best Wagyu beef street food stick I've ever had, and that's a huge statement because I've eaten a lot of them. All right, put it in the gomibako or trash bag there. Next up, I'm gonna take you now to the other side. I have a napkin here. I'm gonna take you to the other side of the town. It's just about, which isn't, the center of the city of Murakami is not so massive, but this actual town of Murakami, the area, is pretty darn big. So I'm gonna take you in this taxi here, and we're gonna travel to Koyama, which is the old town, and I think there's some more street food. Let's go get some dessert, shall we? ごちそうさまでした。そうか。本当ですか。ありがとう。ありがとうございました。So this is Yamashin. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested to come here. It's from Niigata Station. You can catch a train to get here, and it's about, I don't know, it was like a 35 or 40 minute ride on a really nice train, hugging the coast and going through the farm fields. It's really scenic. All right, let's go. Right, お願いします。すごいお土産くれましたよ。すごい優しい。All right, so you're gonna be driving over there. While we're driving, I want to show you the hotel room that I stayed in. Last night I did a live stream there. And the view this morning, when I woke up, I opened up the shoji paper doors that opened up to the gate there. Awesome, Adam. Thank you. And this is the view that I had. Check this out. Look at that. That's the Sea of Japan. And maybe you can see the steam from below the deck from the onsen that's right underneath there. But beautiful view from the window. Look at that. Looks like you can look to the end of time. Man. Boom. And we're back. Yeah, and the breakfast was pretty interesting too. It was a buffet, all you can eat kind of a style, but I wasn't that hungry because I knew what I was having today. For the most part, the autumn foliage has changed and starting to fall off, and we're already in winter now. All right, we're getting close to it. You can see the old buildings. I started out by saying Murakami is an old castle town. So there are samurai residences, and there's a lot of old wooden buildings that have been, I don't know, somewhat renovated. And you can see in the Koyama part of town, it's really a beautiful place to walk around, and I'm excited to take you with me on this. I wonder what else I'm gonna eat. All right, I think we're here. Yeah, we're just about here. It's not too far away from Yamashin Butcher Shop. ありがとうございます。あ、荷物大丈夫ね。はい。はい。All right, we are here. Welcome to the old town. As you can see, I'm going to pan around in a second. A lot of the buildings are made of wood. They're old. They have a history here. But this town, Murakami, is famous for many things, but one of them in particular is salmon, called sake. But here they call it ioboya, I believe it's called. Ioboya. And ioboya is salted salmon fish from the Miyomote River, which is cuts through the town. Ioboya desu yo ne. Yeah, I didn't make a mistake. I'm like kind of worried about that. Let's take a look around this town, and then I want to show you some of the buildings, and perhaps we'll be able to go in and get some food. There's some renovation going in. Here's the first building. Check this out. I mean, this is the kind of town I think a lot of people are looking for to visit in Japan, to stay in. But there's so many of them in Japan, and it's hard to know. Look at the snow on top of that truck. The first time this year, I'm really starting to see it. Well, this season. Kind of looking for this kind of old town, old village, and here we found it here. Hairaremasu ka? Oh, so we can go in here actually. How cool is that? Oh, right. This is the shop that makes the salted salmon fish, ioboya. So I don't know how good the signal is, but I can take you into the back. Do you guys want to see that? Hit the like button if you want to go in and see the salted salmon hanging from the ceiling. But you can see here, hopefully we don't lose the signal. They're salting the fish to make ioboya, which is sake, I guess. But they have their own way to say it here in Murakami. And the salmon is incredible. This is the season where they're spawning right now, and they get them from the. Here, I'll take you into the back. I'm not going to hold you hostage based on likes, although I would much appreciate it. This is something of a tourist attraction in here. Do you see it hanging from the ceiling here? And I'll take you underneath here. Check it out. So this is ioboya, which is salmon, and they're hanging from the fish after being salted. And when you look up at it, it's kind of a sight. You can certainly smell it. This is real, folks. This is no joke. This is Murakami's famous fish hanging from the ceiling. Look at it, the way it's opened up. It's been salted, and They've been doing this process for a very long time, and they're very proud of it. In fact, the smell is not bad at all. It does have a slightly strong smell, but it's not a bad smell because it's already been salted. But when you see their faces, that is kind of worrying. You tell me, you be the judge. But it's salmon, all right, and it's something that they're very proud of here in the city. And the cuisine, a lot of it, you'll have salmon in it. And I'll just tell you, the dinner was really good. Beautiful inside of here. Joy writes in here, yikes. When you see something like that and you see how fresh it is, it certainly makes you want to buy. And you can. Let's see how much you can get. You can get a pack of it, and it's well, it is a little pricey. It's about 1,633 yen, which is, I don't know, about $12, I think. They also sell amazake. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna buy some. Amazake 買います。どうする？取った方がいい？そのままで？本当？あ、どっちでも？あ、じゃあそのままで。Really? Oh wow. This is amazake. Check this out here. It's teizukuri, meaning handmade, homemade amazake, and you can see the chunks of rice in there. And I thought that if it's heated and it's nice, and oh, this feels so good in my hand. いくらですか？書いてないよね。It's maybe tada? No, it's not. All right, we're gonna pay for it at the register here. はい、お願いします。このまま食べられますか？これは、はい、このまま飲む。あ、そうですか。おお。ちょっと待ってくださいね。はい。これ下に米麹が沈むので振っていただいて。はい。はい。それで飲める。Oh, this is so awesome, everybody. You have no idea. This amazake. This is like, I guess it starts off with a similar process as Japanese sake, with alcohol, but there's no alcohol in it. It's really healthy. It's got tons of enzymes that they say will make you live forever. It is not fish stew, all right? It's sweet. Obviously, we have some people that have never had Japanese amazake before. Oh my gosh, this is such a treat here. Oh gosh, you can tell that this is homemade because it's got so many natural flavors in it, and I'm not saying that other amazake has chemicals in it, but this one, you can tell that this one does not. It's like, wow. Oh, Kanai's gonna kill me. I'm having way too much fun. You can see that they have io boya, the salmon, hanging there, like right outside the shop. And as we walk down the street for the next, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, you're gonna see these io boya salted salmon hanging like this all over the town. Because I even think every local must have some kind of connection to get the salmon fish and do it themselves. And for the rest of the year, they'll be eating this delicious salted salmon, which is really awesome. What a start to this town walk here. Just down the street, there's another shop I want to show you. Amazake is the best. If you'll find amazake flavored ice cream, amazake flavored snacks sometimes. It's so good. Joshua Han, thank you. They do have manhole covers here. This one's a hard one to see, but if you look at it, you can see the salmon, the fish in it. We'll be able to see some other manhole covers as we go along. But walking through the old town, this is called Komachi, you can really see the texture of the town, I guess is a way to say it, through the old buildings. Bradshaw Studios in the house. Hello. Oh, here's the wagashi shop I saw on the internet. I walked by here yesterday, but I think it was kind of closed, so I think I'm gonna go inside here. What do you think? Should I? Who's gonna click the like button? Let's see if we get the 500 likes. Wow. There are some places to stay here in Koyama, but a lot of the places that I saw were at the onsen. There's an onsen town not too far away from here in Murakami, and that's where I stayed. That view from the Sea of Japan from the window of the room, the ryokan I was staying in, and I brought you with me in there. So let's go inside here and we'll try some wagashi. I still have half of a bottle of amazake. Oh my gosh, this is so warm too. It's making my hands feel good. Oh, look at this. Oh wow, so we got some really delicious looking. This one looks really good, like kaki. I think I might try this one. Ohayou gozaimasu. あ、多分その牡蠣みたいを That looks really good. So right here, I want to show you, they make the confections. They've been doing it for over a century here. You can see from the building how old it is. It's a family business. And these are like woodblock prints almost, like ukiyo-e, right? But they're in reverse, and you make the confections out of these. Look at that. The artwork is beautiful inside of them. And there's a lot of them. And even up here, you can see the smaller confections will have some sort of unique design. This one looks like it's almost a flower? I thought it was like a dog print. Like paw prints, I thought at first, but it's flower. So wagashi is a traditional Japanese confection. And they're really fun to eat, always colorful, and I don't know, when you look at it, you can see the culture inside of it. And it's something that I really like to try when I'm in a local area. Ah, 大丈夫ですか? あ、わかりました。はい。失礼します。あ、すみません。この店何年前始まったですか？
この店は仕事、和菓子屋は明治の終わり頃です。
わー、大正前。
明治の終わりね。
わー、明治終わり。
その昔はここは料理茶屋です。
はい。
江戸時代はね。
わー。
あ、袋入れて。
So the owner is a little bit shy to be on camera. We're respectful. We actually had asked in advance, so you gotta be respectful of the locals when you come. We'd asked in advance about filming, so everybody in the town knows that I'm here, which is kind of cool because they see me coming, and a lot of them are waving. There aren't that many people on the street though, so a lot of them means like 2 people. Wagashi is really something that you have to try when you're in any kind of a local town, especially if you see it like this. She said, I guess the history goes back all the way to the Edo period, but this shop, I guess, Meiji Owari no imi wa taisho mai desu yo ne. Yeah, so this goes back to like the beginning of the 20th century, which is crazy. And obviously it's a family-run business. Ah, arigato. So we have here the wagashi reaching in here. Look how pretty this is. Ah, kore mo? Wow, sugoi ne. All right, here. A present? Ah, honto? Wow. Usually you only get a present if you compliment the lady. Always, if you see a really cute owner, old lady, always tell her that she's beautiful and you'll get free stuff. Well, not always, but it happens more often than not. Throwing compliments around sometimes can get you free stuff. So, wow, look at this. This is a little hut. This looks like, and look, it comes in like a little box, almost like jewelry. Look at that. And then this one, I believe, is a kaki, which is a persimmon. And they have these in the fall, and they've made a confection out of it. And I'm gonna eat this one first. Oh. Yeah, so let's try this here. This is too cute to eat. Yeah, Brandania, you got that right. It's too cute. So cute. I put down the amazake and open up the jewelry. Wow! How many YouTubers will show you this angle? You want to see the wood ceiling. Oh my gosh, this is so delicate. Oh my gosh. This is so delicate. So soft. It's like a mochi kana. I'm not sure what it is. That's machikai tokunai. I'll find out. Shoot, I'll know enough. Sweet mochi, baby. With white bean anko. You can see in the inside the guts. Oh, it's so delicate. Just a very light, pleasant sweetness, not overpowering, an amazing balance. There's some sesame, that black is a black sesame. Gives it a slight nutty taste, just a little bit of bitterness, which balances out that sweetness. And the consistency of the mochi is so perfect, soft. You can see malleable with my finger there. Yeah. We gotta put that on your list. If you're in Murakami. Oh, that hit the spot. That's too perfect. Oh, so this is Omachi. The sign up there says Omachi. So we're near the Omachi and Komachi. They're the two districts within Murakami here. This is like a sake seafood place. Nori kana. But I know that the ioboya is very famous here. And you can see it on the shop right across the street. Look at hanging from the front door. Check this out. Hanging from the front door is salted salmon. What? Like, I'm telling you, every single house here, well, almost every single house, has like salted salmon in the window. My hotel had salted salmon, like right in front of the hotel, which is awesome. And this is like a 3 or 4 star hotel. It's like, what? That's too cool. All right, there's the castle ruins, which I believe is up there on the other side. Can't see it from this angle, but the castle ruins proves that this is an old castle town. Hey, Ellis is here. This stream looks amazing at 1080p on my TV. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I wish the contrast was a little bit boosted up, but everything looks pretty good. Yeah, the old castle town, usually around it, had a lot of shops and a lot of history. Japanese culture is here. Good morning. I just here send some money for a drink. Thank you. I am enjoying some amazake, hot amazake as I walk down the street on a really chilly day. The average temperature of Murakami in December is 0. So you can tell I'm kind of chilly. It's a little bit of a breeze, which is why I have an external microphone on, so hopefully the audio is good. I appreciate that, guys. This is great. All right, I want to take you to the end of the street here, but it's got this old world vibe to it, doesn't it? Yeah, we're gonna take you someplace here. I must have passed it up. After we go into another shop, I think I'm gonna take you to the end of the street and show you some of the old residences here. Look at the little touches on the street. Like the flowers put in a little bamboo pot. I love this. It's the charms of the old neighborhoods like this, that like the little details make a lot to an experience when you're walking around. This is lasting a lot longer than I thought. Yeah, Ram, I'm gonna save that for later. But I'm guessing that's also made with somewhat similar ingredients. The sweetness is always more subtle than in the West for Japanese sweets. Konomise? Kochi? Oh, wow. Yoboya. Okay. All right, let's go inside. I'll put the amazake in my pocket. Okay, so they do have some copyright music, I think, going on here, so we won't be in here too long. But it's kind of nice to have a quick look around here, and you can see just the art on the wall. You have hanging salted salmon fish. I love the way traditionally they'll open up the fish using the two pieces of bamboo, I believe. Oh, it smells. Okay. いや、多分コピーライト音楽あるからちょっとだけ紹介するですね。おはようございます。Oh wow. So another shop where you can actually buy some sake, and they have ice cream here. It looks like, is this like salmon flavored ice cream? And there's some arts and crafts here in the back. A little cafe so you can have a takeout beer. What? That's awesome. Take out beer here. Now, if you look on the outside, the building looks quite old, but when you come inside, it's so nice and renovated. This shop is called Uoya. And there's and salmon here. Okay, let's just take a quick look here at some of this stuff. Oh, there's all sorts of foods here. That looks like a kobu maki wrapped in a seaweed. And then there's some passion fruit ice cream. So it's a shop that sells salmon and lots of other Murakami delicacies, I guess you could say. Very cool. And here's some of the green tea from the area. Murakami here in Niigata. I didn't expect that they would have green tea here, but yesterday I went to a really delicious a green tea cafe, and they serve green tea like a coffee shop, and I thought that was pretty cool concept because now everybody's going to the coffee shops. Yeah, They have a copyrighted music in there, so I'm like running away from here. Jesse 1128686. Ohio from hey Kurume. Been seeing places you've already covered a lot on TV. Great to see we got the cool places first through your channel. This is one of those places. Murakami. All right, let's check out another destination here. The Murakami station from this area, I think it's like 5 minutes away. So you could probably, eki made arukemasu yo ne? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's about 5-10 minutes walk from the station to get to this area. So if you wanted to do it as a day trip. 他の店ありますか? Ah, okay. All right, we'll go in this direction then. The snow is melting pretty quickly. We had a lot of snow last night. It came down hard. You can see at the beginning, I did a live stream at Murakami's skate park, a skateboarding facility that they built. It just opened up during the pandemic, and the Olympic gold medalist for skateboarding in the last Olympics, of course, held in Tokyo, is from this area, trains here, and it was inspired by all of the young people who really wanted to have this kind of a facility. And with the towns that are shrinking with population, I think it's really important to have attractive places like that. Yeah, こっちだよ。してた。してま、覚えてます。はい。Yeah, so I think it's really important to have places like that. So population is decreasing in a lot of towns. The population of Murakami since 1970 has been decreasing. It peaked at around 90-some thousand people, and right now it's at 58,000 people, which is a significant drop from just 50 years ago. And a lot of towns are seeing this population decline. I think that opens up a lot of opportunities outside of cities that are increasing in population. Places like this, Murakami, are so off of the beaten path. There's such an amazing potential to grow something special. And since Murakami is an old samurai town, it's an old castle town, has that history behind it, I hope that some young people do return back home and start to invest their time in here and grow this place, because it would just be so much more interesting to have that here. Mary Abigail, thank you. Wow, the old town. No high-rise buildings here, although that is 3 stories high. Yeah, when I was at the skateboard park yesterday, you could see that the young people were out, and a lot of them are taking up skateboarding just because it's in this town's DNA. So yeah, there's this old samurai street that we're walking down. There's so many interesting sights here. It's an aging town. You see all the old buildings, but they have places like the skateboard park. Look at that. So a bakery, it's closed though. Like the skateboard park. So I like the new direction that Murakami City is taking in promoting things that are interesting to young people. And perhaps we'll see some more cafes and bakeries and things like that that make people want to just come to this old town and sit and stay there for a while. Here's another really old looking building here. And you'll find some sake breweries as well. Murakami's Japanese sake is very, very good in this area. It's part of the Eichigo province, historically, I believe. And everybody knows Eichigo, Yuzawa, Niigata. This area has some of the best rice. But on the map, Murakami is located very close to Yamagata. So this is the very north of Niigata Prefecture. Coming down to the corner here. こっちですね. And there's more buildings with ioboya. This is a special word that I just learned. It's like a Murakami city word for the salmon that they have. The way that they salt it and do it is different. All right, I know we're in the right direction because there are photographers here. You follow them. Wow. Okay, now you see there's another old building here. Like this could be a really stylish little cafe, right? If it's not already. Look at those windows, those old glass windows from the Showa period. I love that. They rattle in the wind. Do you remember that? Grandma's windows with the thin sheets of glass that rattle when there's a little breeze. Drives you crazy, and then when you no longer are around it, it just brings nostalgic feelings. All right, on the left side, we have an old building. And if you look up, you'll find that salted salmon ioboya hanging in the sun. Look at that. It's even tagged. I guess so you could, no, that's not their name, but maybe the date and the time and everything so they can identify which one was done when. But it'll hang there until it's dried. And then you can eat it. I want to hear, what do you think of Murakami City? Let me know in the comments below or in the live stream. I'd like to hear from you. I'm going to take a couple of steps back and pan over. There's this really pretty old shrine. Look at this on the street. I'm going to go wide here. There's salmon everywhere. You can see the Tori Gate and then this old shrine. That's really pretty, right on the street here. This is one of the things that I love about Japan and the old towns. You walk around it. Maybe it doesn't seem like such a big attraction to locals, but to us, to me in particular, I don't know about you guys, this is just super cool to have it like right here. Hey, Biggles Puppy. It is super peaceful here. That's the vibe that I really look for when I'm getting out of the cities. When you're in Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, maybe not Kyoto, but Osaka, that urban buzz is so exciting, you know? And then you come out here, you're looking for that peaceful, those kind of Zen moments, and you get that when someone's honking their horn. You can see on the roof here, they have things to keep the snow from sliding on people who come to pray. I'm guessing that's what it's for. The snow stoppers. That wouldn't be so much fun if you came to pray and got buried. You can see yesterday, that snow is not going to be here much. All right, let's go to the end of the street here. When you do walk down the street of Komachi and Omachi, just make sure you stick to the side of the roads because cars do come through here. It's not a big tourist attraction yet, but you're already getting, are you guys understanding why I'm showing you this? Do you understand why I'm showing you this? There's nobody here. All right? Look at the sidewalks. I want you to go to Kyoto and you're gonna be like this and you're not gonna really have any time to yourself or to think to yourself because you're surrounded by people taking pictures and selfies and all this other stuff. I'm the only one here with a selfie stick. I wouldn't call this a selfie stick, but that's sort of what I want you to understand. to get off of the beaten path and get away from where everybody else is essential to really understanding Japan. Boom. There's the ioboya up there, soaking in the sun. Freshly caught salmon from the Miyomote River that runs through the center of Murakami City. Oh, this is beautiful. There are some convenience stores here, but you're not going to find them in the old town here. Instead, you'll find family businesses, which is, I think, really good. Not that I don't love the convenience stores. Actually, I really do. Let's go to the, it's fun to go in there. Oh, I guess you can see here the manhole cover a little bit better now. There's a salmon fish in there, and then you can see the castle walls, perhaps that is, to represent the old castle town. And there's even an old electronics shop here. I love to see that. That this is definitely retro town, old Showa period type of stuff. Everybody gets their electronics on Amazon and stuff these days, but I'm really happy to see because it looks like an interesting shop at the end of the street there. Yeah, there's some more stuff to the old town here. Let's keep walking. Oh, wow. Look at that. There's a family house. And you can see on the roof, they have the ioboya hanging off of the roof there. Look at that. I thought it was a wind chime. That's not a wind chime. That's fish. It's so quiet here. I noticed the ones right up here too. Some more ioboya. And look at down the street here. Look at down the street. I'm just going to stand in the middle. There's no traffic coming. Please be careful when you do this. This is the kind of Japan that I'm always searching for. This pleasant, calm view of everyday life. You have the electric wires and telephone wires overhead connecting everything like a spider's web, and these old two-story buildings through the center of town. And snow falling there on the right. That's awesome. That's just a taste. That's just a taste. Ah, I love this. That pretty much, this intersection I'm at now is pretty much the end of the Komachi section of the town. The rest of it is very scenic, and you can actually go up to the castle ruins, which is maybe a taxi ride. The best way to get around here, hold on. I'm just guzzling now this amazake that we bought at the shop about 20 minutes ago. It's not hot anymore. It tastes like dessert. It's so good. Probably the best way to get around is by taxi, and it's not as expensive as you would think it would be. Maybe because the exchange rate is in your favor, but unless you rent a car outside, it's particularly hard to get around sometimes. There's not really good public transportation. But one of the best things that you can do is to hire a driver for the day. He'll do all the driving for you, and sometimes they'll act as a guide, although I'm not sure how good their English is going to be. But if you get in touch with the tourism office, I'm sure that they can help you out. And sometimes in those tourism offices, we did find a vending machine. There is one. Sometimes by contacting the tourist office in advance, I'm telling you this as like an inside tip, not of like the Japanese National Tourism Office, of a small town's tourism office, and you ask them for help, you might be welcomed with an amazing amount of help that you would not expect. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's worth a try. Even in English. And a lot of the local sites of these towns have emails email addresses, and if you send an email to them in English, I bet you they scramble around to try to find somebody to respond to you, and you have some really amazing hospitality. Look at these old photos. ここじゃない? This is the street, Murakami City in in Showa 54. I was born in Showa 49, so 1970s. Holy smokes, am I that old? I'm not that old. They had color photos in the 1970, 78. Look at that. Why does it, this is real life 50 years ago almost. Yeah, this is 60 years ago. Look at that. That's Showa 32. It looks like samurai. Do you see that? Must be like a movie. Eiga janai? Matsuri? Yeah, kind of like a parade, yeah. Kind of like a parade. That's pretty awesome. That's the kind of place I would love to live here for a couple months. I don't know, forever. It could grow on me. In the distance there, beyond the park, you see some of the mountains. It's a park for the community to play in. And there's nobody there. Obviously, we need more kids here. It is a weekend though, I don't know. Maybe people go into the city on the weekends for shopping. Sometimes that's the other way. I used to live in Iwaki, Fukushima. And when I was there, on the weekends, I wouldn't stay in Iwaki. I would get in the train and go to Sendai or go down to Tokyo through Ueno on the Joban line in order to go shopping, because the weekends were the times I would want to get away. Which is perfect, because then the town opens up for you. And if we straight through the town, that's the view we get. So this is a gem of a town. This is a gem of a city. Loads of attractions. I think that the town is starting to discover itself and its potential, and that's exciting. And if you're an investor in time and you're a repeater to Japan, I'm thinking that this is sort of the kind of a place that you would want to spend your holiday and your time. Hold on a second, car's coming. It's a nice view. Yeah, where do you want to spend your time when you're on vacation? Yesterday, I introduced you to the onsen ryokan that I was staying at. Awesome place, very reasonably priced, I thought, and the bath is amazing. The room, here, you want to see the picture of the room? Hold on. There you go, it's on the screen, I believe. That's the picture of the tatami room, and you can see all inside on the live stream I did last night. If you come to Japan and you don't stay in a Japanese ryokan, in a tatami room, you're not really experiencing Japan. You're sort of missing. Looks like kokosei toka. Something going on in that alley. Yeah, very quiet, very peaceful. Loads of and the food here is incredible. The Murakami beef, which we started this live stream with, if you missed it, I was eating a stick of A5 Wagyu cooked, yakitori style, wrapped around seaweed. Oh my gosh, must have been the juiciest stick of beef I've ever had. Brought a lot of pleasure in my morning. And then we drove by taxi to get some amazake in an Ioboya salted fish shack, which is a famous activity here to salt the fish, the salmon, because this is the spawning season. And yeah, the cuisine, again, amazing. Niigata's famous for its rice, its produce, but you've got the premium beef of the prefecture here. You've got the salmon. Oh gosh, I ate so good. Yeah, Tokyo's got a lot of good restaurants, Osaka and Kyoto too, but the country cooking in Japan, it's so good. All right, everybody. Owarimashita. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you had fun, and I really wanted to take an hour while I was here to walk through this area and show you a slice of Japan that is not on anyone's radar, unfortunately. A lot of the towns around Japan are shrinking in size, and it's getting harder and harder to find things to grow. And I don't think that a lot of these towns know the beauty that they have within themselves. And this is one of those places I think that will discover itself. There's also a samurai where everything is black, like the samurai street that was stunning. I haven't been there yet, but there's a lot of places that we're gonna go. And then there's a, tsugi wa doko iku no? Nagare, Sasayama Nagare. That's a mouthful. The Sasayama Nagare is this really scenic coastal route. It's about 11 kilometers long. And I'm really looking forward to this because we got this awesome blue sky and sunny weather. But you drive around the coast there and it's got a ton of restaurants and this seaside vibe that's only Sea of Japan side kind of a feeling. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if I'm gonna live stream it, but I definitely wanted to bring you here. So thanks everybody for the super chats, the support, joining me for this adventure. This is Murakami in Niigata Prefecture, and I'll see you in another live stream a little bit later on. Enjoy the peaceful sounds of Murakami for the last few seconds.